What's poppin' YouTube? It's FSU and today I have a story to tell you guys about the dean at my high school. And this dude, he is just a legend, man. This guy has an amazing legacy he has held at my high school. And today I'm going to share the story with you guys on how he got fired and also some previous incidents I've had with this dean. I mean, he's a pretty fucking funny guy. But I think he's bipolar. I'm just being honest. I mean, you'll be walking down the hallway and he'll walk up to you and be like, "Hey, how's your day going?" And you'll say, "Good, how's yours?" And he'll pull out like a chainsaw and just, he'll murder you. He doesn't care if it's illegal. He'll just murder you and just like yell in your face like, "I'm having a good fucking day, bro. A good fucking day." And then he'll just leave. So I think he might have some bipolar shit going on. I don't know though. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to tell the story to you guys. So I'm gonna tell you guys how he got fired. But before I tell you that, I want to tell you the backstory of how he created some beef with this guy. So it all goes back to about 3 years ago, my freshman year of high school, and I was just chilling in my personal fitness class, just doing personal fitness. I mean, what else do you do in a personal fitness class? I'm just kidding. This class was like the easiest fucking class of my life. I'm not even lying. We did crosswords. We did fucking coloring books, man. This was like macaroni art. I mean, this was like kindergarten all over again. But this is the type of work freshmen do. If you're afraid of your freshman year, this is what you do. You do macaroni art, and this is like a required. We didn't actually do macaroni. For you keyboard warriors that are about to go ham in the comment section with your custom built razors, no, we didn't actually do macaroni art. All right, I'm kind of exaggerating over there, but we did really easy work, and this is like a required class that graduate. So whether you take AP or standard, you're still going to have to take this class. And it was just the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. So anyway, I'm just chilling in that class. We're doing nothing, right? Because that's basically what we did. And, I'm just chilling. And the only people I actually knew in that class, they happened to be druggies. I don't hang out with druggies. I don't promote, like, don't do drugs, kids. I'm not like all into that, but I was hanging out with some druggies in this class. They're pretty fucking hilarious people. And one day the dean walked in just to say hi to coach, because they're like butt buddies, right? They always have to say hi to each other. I don't know why can't he just do his fucking job? So anyway, the dean walks in just say what's up to coach, right? He walks in, he sits down, he's like, "What's poppin', coach?" They have a nice little conversation that lasted about 1 minute, and then the dean, he's gonna leave the room, and as he's leaving the room, he looks at one of my friends in the eye. He's staring. I'm gonna call him JJ. So he's staring at JJ in the eye, and JJ happens to be like a drug dealer type of guy, right? So I don't promote this stuff, by the way. So kids, stay in school. But he happens to be like he's in that drug business, right? And he's death staring this JJ kid like he needs to get arrested. And then as he's death staring JJ, just this white stuff just starts pouring out of JJ's pockets. I mean, just fucking pouring out of the pockets of JJ. And we all knew JJ was fucked. He is literally fucked. I mean, he has so much evidence going against him right now that he is dealing some weird drugs. He's got some white shit, some white powder just pouring out of his pants. And then, not out of his pants, but out of his pockets, right? And then what JJ says is hysterical. He looks at the dean and he's like, "It's sand." And then the dean just starts flipping shit. He almost flipped over a fucking desk, dude. He's like, "Come to my office. You're gonna get fucking arrested." And then, JJ was kind of fucked, right? Well, since me and my other friend happened to be, good friends with JJ, we had to act as like eyewitnesses, so to speak. And we had to get interviewed by the dean. So we got pulled to the dean's office like later on that day, and we basically had to get interviewed about what happened and about JJ's history and all that stupid shit, right? So the dean sits us down. He's like, "So he's just like, he tells us like, I'm gonna ask you some questions. They might be tough. You better be ready for them. They're gonna come rapid fire, boy." And I'm like, "All right, I'm ready." And then the first question, it's a hard one. It's a tough one. He just right off the bat, he just fucking right out of the gate just throws up the hardest question, and he's like, "So is JJ a drug dealer, and is JJ known for doing like activities relating to drugs?" And then me and my friend look at each other and we're like, "No, he's actually he's a really good volleyball player. He likes to play volleyball a lot, and he's really good. And he loves volleyball, man. He's a really good beach volleyball player. And what makes this fucking hilarious is JJ fucking hated volleyball. Like he hated volleyball. Like it was his worst. It was his least favorite sport. And it was his worst thing to do. He hated volleyball so much. And we're like, "Oh yeah, he really likes volleyball." And that's why the sand came out of his pockets. It was not drugs. It was sand because he was at the beach earlier, and then And then the dean, like, we can tell he's getting pissed off. He's getting red. He's about to blow up. Like I said, he's probably bipolar. So he's about to pull out that chainsaw and go ham on us, right? So he comes out with another question. He's like, okay. And he's like, you know, trying to keep in the anger, right, before he blows up. And he's like, so where was JJ earlier today? And then I look at the dean and I'm like, he was at the beach. And then the dean's like, for fuck's sake. And he like almost flips over his fucking desk and he's like, get out of my office. And then, you know, we kind of we scattered off and we never saw him for another year. Like, we just scattered the fuck out of there. We were like, fuck it, I'm leaving campus. I'm getting Popeyes, man. Fuck school. So I left and we left. We just got the hell out of there. So, you know, the dean didn't really like us there because we didn't give him the evidence he wanted. But, you know, because you can't throw your friend under the bus like that. I don't care if he's a drug dealer. I don't care if he's a pedophile. Well, actually, if he's a pedophile, you might want to report him to Drama Alert, and Keemstar can take care of his ass. But, you know, for the most part, you got to stick up for your friends, man. Even if you like them or not, you got to stick up for these people, man. So, you know, bless up. But anyway, so a year passed. And JJ ended up getting arrested, by the way. Spoiler alert. So JJ got arrested, and a year passed, and had another incident with the dean. And this was basically, a long story short, I want to keep this part short and concise. So basically, some chick at my school decided to fuck a teacher, and basically the teacher got arrested, and she got like free sex. That's basically what happened. Like, this chick at my school, you know, decided to bang a teacher, and I don't condone this. I found it fucking hilarious, and I actually took it to Twitter and started tweeting like at her, not at her. I mean, if you're gonna talk shit about someone, you don't tweet at them. No, I'm kidding, but I tweeted something stupid about the incident, right, making fun of it, and then the dean found out. I don't know. It was on my personal Twitter account, so I guess it was kind of stupid of me, but whatever. So I did it. I tweeted, but, you know, I had the right to freedom of speech, right? So why should I get in trouble? But nevertheless, I got sent to the dean's office. I have a little talk with the dean, and then the dean looks at me, and I really didn't say anything. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I was basically like, no one cares, mate. Just let me go. I have an exam to do. Just no one cares. Like, okay, just yell at me, and then I'll be on my way. So he's like yelling about responsibility or some stupid shit, and then it lasted like 5 minutes until he realized I don't care, and then he just let me go. Like, he was like trying to get me aggravated. I'm just sitting there like, no one cares, and then he just like, okay, leave, and he just fucking had me leave. But I feel like when he looked at me, like, he was kind of hesitating to yell because he knew I was the kid that said JJ was at the beach. Like, he's looking at me like, this is the motherfucker that decided to make JJ's arrest 10 times more complicated. So I feel like he was letting out some steam from earlier that year and not about the tweet, because I mean, it's just a fucking tweet. Like, honestly, no one cared. So he let me go, and that was the second incident I had with the dean. And on to the third time, and this is how he got arrested, people. Spoiler alert, this is how the dean got fired. And this doesn't really relate to me, but this is just a school in general. I mean, it was fucking hilarious. Like I said, we had some random Mexican kid just make a mixtape about this guy. I mean, it was hilarious. Like, after this incident, this random kid from my school, you know, makes a mixtape about the dean, and it's like a hot fire rap. It's on SoundCloud. As much as I want to link it, I don't want like the rap to blow up or anything. I mean, as nice as I am, I don't want to give this guy, I mean, the dean's name's in the rap, so I don't want to, like, you know, create even more beef with me and the dean. But nevertheless, he did make a rap, and it's fucking hilarious, and it's golden, man. But anyway, so the dean, it just all started out on a Wednesday night, right? The dean wanted to go out and get some pussy on a Wednesday night because, you know, I don't know why. It's a Wednesday night. Like, you have to work the next day. But nevertheless, he wanted to go out of town on Wednesday night. So he was sitting at his little 2x4 apartment, right? He's sitting at his like, he lives in a box. Like, his apartment, it's like a one room. Like, I don't even know. I didn't even think they had apartments that were one room. It's literally like a hotel room, right? He's sitting in his hotel room apartment, and, you know, like a Days Inn or some shit, right? And that's not an apartment complex. Shut up. I was making a reference to hotels, all right? But a Days Inn is a motel. God damn it. I can't stay in the YouTube comment section, man. It's gotten so bad lately. Sometimes I want to turn it off, but nevertheless, I still love you guys. So anyway, he's sitting in his apartment that's like one room, right? His really peasant apartment. He's sitting there like, I want to get some pussy tonight. He's sitting there like, fuck work. I only make like $1 an hour. I need to go get some puss. So he's like, all right, he goes on this computer and he's like, fucking prostitutes.org, and he fucking Googles that shit, and he calls up some like 2 prostitutes from the Orlando area, and he's sitting in his front yard jerking it, like ready for these prostitutes to show up, right? He's literally like about to just, when they arrive, he's just gonna bang them in the front lawn for everyone to see, just right out in public, right? He is ready to go ham on these prostitutes. And then a cop car in the distance, in the darkness, starts pulling up towards his house, and he realizes he's kind of fucked. He's like, shit, is this cop car coming for me? And he realizes, well, I am in an apartment complex, so maybe I'll luck out. But, you know, I think I'm kind of fucked. So, you know, the cop car not walks in, it's a car. The cop car pulls in, and the cops walk out, right? And they're walking towards his apartment, and he's like, he realizes he's kind of fucked. So, you know, he answers the door, and the cops they're pretty much just arrest him straight off the bat, because these were some undercover cops. Those prostitutes he tried to get he tried to, you know, get some action. Those were actually cops, and he kind of got fucked over. So a little tip for you guys: if you're gonna try to get some action, don't go on those, you know, the sketchy websites, the ones that pop up first. I'm just saying, because they could be cops. But anyway, so the cops, basically, the prostitutes turned out to be undercover cops, and they kind of fucked him over. I don't know, literally. I mean, he could have actually fucked them, and then they revealed to him they're cops. I mean, to be honest, well, I don't know if I would do that if I were a chick, because, you know, he is a pretty weird-looking guy, and he is bipolar, so, you know, he might try to, you know, murder you with a chainsaw. But nevertheless, he got arrested, and the cops pretty much put his ass in jail, put his ass in prison, who knows, and he was in there for a few weeks, and that's how he got fired. I mean, I think the school's not gonna rehire him after that, but that's not when the story ends, folks. The story shall continue. So he's in jail, and he bailed himself out. He got himself bailed out of jail. I don't know how, because, you know, obviously he didn't have the money to. It must have been a family member, because, you know, his apartment's like one fucking room. So I don't know. It probably wasn't him that bailed himself out. It was probably a family member. And, you know, what makes this even weirder is he had a wife and kids, and the fact that he fucking, like, called up 2 prostitutes, like, dude, you have a wife, just fucking, you know, I'm trying to imply it here, just bang her. I mean, I'm just saying you didn't have to call up the prostitutes, but nevertheless, it happens, and it's a really weird situation. But he was in jail, and he got bailed out somehow, and he wanted to come back to the school and get his job back. And the school was like, hell no, motherfucker, and he didn't get his job, of course, or at least the previous job he had, but he did get a job at the school once again, and he got a job. I thought it would be a custodian or something, but it is far worse, people. He got a job in the printing room. I didn't even know this job existed. Does this job exist in your school? Because literally, he's like, his assigned job, he's like, it's just called the printing room. Like, he just sits in the printing room and just reloads paper. I didn't even know this was a fucking job, but it is apparently. And like, the funny thing is, no student has ever seen him in person ever since, you know, the incident that happened, because he's pretty much confined to stay in this printing room, and, you know, students aren't allowed in this printing room, only teachers are. So, you know, the teachers might walk in, and who knows, maybe he's just raping them left and right, and no one would know. You know, no one would know. But it is a good idea that the school kept him locked up in this printing room, because, you know, if students found him, well, they would probably make another fucking mixtape, and, you know, shit would probably go down. So, you know, they keep him locked up in this printing room. I don't know why they rehired him. Like I said, my school probably has autism or something. I think my school has there's something wrong with my school. They rehired this guy after he was convicted of prostitution. Like, what the fuck? I mean, my school, they got some problems, man. They got some major issues. But anyway, so this guy got rehired, and now he's making a whopping 25 cents a day. But it's better than nothing, people. I mean, the state of the economy right now in 2016, I mean, 25 cents a day, it's not too bad, to be honest. That's going to wrap up today's video, and if you made it to the end of the video, well, it's your lucky day, because if you like the video, for every person that likes the video, I will send you a small loan of $1 million. It's gonna wrap up this video. If you made it to the end of the video, comment hashtag what the fuck, because that was my reaction when I first heard this story. When I first found out that the dean did this shit, I was like, what? You're kidding me? This bipolar motherfucker did this? That was my reaction, right? And if you enjoyed this story, smack a like on it. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this. And yeah, peace out, YouTube. Subscribe for more, and as always, stay sexy.
Same, and I never change just to get a deal, but I'm ballin'. I came from nothing to something like it's nothing. Yeah, you know I done it. That is no discussion, bitch. I'm ballin'. I made a promise to my mama I'ma turn these zeros into tens and commas. Bitch, I'm ballin'. Closing $1 million deals, catch me.